All right, cool. We're live, baby. We're live. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to put this here and here. Guys, we have a really awesome episode in store for you. I'm so excited. We decided to title this two different things, which was how to get your spouse on board with your ideas. And I decided to call it, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. And we're going to talk about this, the challenges that most power couples face when it comes to this topic, what it does to the relationship, to a human being in general. And we're going to talk about how to solve that, okay? And I think this is a huge topic, right, baby? Like this is, a lot of people go through this. A lot of people have asked us so many times. I think there's been multiple times where people have gone up to us and said, power couple, I mean, like, I have a question for you guys. How do you get your spouse to be so supportive? You know, right? Yeah. We hear it all the time.
All the time.
Do we have another one of those? No,
yeah, we still have.
All right, cool. Because I want to have it for our lunch and dinner.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a whole thing.
No. Cool, man. Guys, it's Tuesday morning, September 1st. What up? Summer is practically over.
No.
I know. Sad story. Sad story. Paolo's just getting himself a little something to munch on as we're about to get started. Do y'all mind that I'm having breakfast? Hope not. Hope y'all don't mind. You probably are like having breakfast while you watch our show, right? What are you guys doing? Where are you guys from? Most of you. And what do you guys normally do when you watch the show? Are you watching it in the car, at work, while you're cooking? Babe.
Yep.
Pancakes are on point.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I made them with love.
Thank you. For redeeming yourself. We were working out this morning, and for some reason, Paolo just wanted to try and be funny the entire workout. It's rather annoying.
You gotta admit it was a little funny.
No, it wasn't. I was not laughing.
Not even for a little bit?
I laughed in the beginning.
But everyone else dancing
No,
for the burpees.
I didn't even notice. I was ignoring you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Burpee one was funny.
I felt like you were just trying to waste time.
No, I was doing my work on sport.
No, you weren't.
See how much I sweated?
Really?
Drenched. Unexpected.
What's up? Who's here on Meerkat? Baby, you already have a few people here, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love them.
Everyone's waiting for you. Why don't you do that while you're here? No? He's cutting an avocado. Do y'all mind? It's okay?
Just talk, baby.
I'm eating. What's up, man?
What up?
I'm about to get started. Bella just, sacrificed creating his breakfast for mine. Thanks, babe.
No problem, man.
Means a lot.
No problem. How are those pancakes?
Amazing, babe.
Are they really?
Yeah.
It's sweet. Made them with love, babe. Lots of love. Can you feel it?
Can you feel it? Pancakes are like my favorite.
Are they really? Do you like them?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about them?
Especially the way you make them.
Why is that? What about mine is special?
I think that I like yours better than Stack's.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? More fluffy, right?
It's this one here.
Oh, you like that?
Oh, I love that part.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
Ready, baby?
I'm ready, man.
Ready to rock
And roll.
and roll.
And rock and roll.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We're about 8 minutes late in starting the show. That's okay, though. Start off with our introduction, baby.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Policy Q.
And I'm Cassandra Lee, and together we are
The Power Couple.
Those of you who are watching the show for the first time, it usually does not start off like this, but I hope that you can bear with us. We're just having breakfast. We kind of like came back from our workout later than usual. But we have an awesome topic that we want to share with you guys today, and it's about how to get your spouse on board with your ideas, or just I like to just simplify it and call it. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
And like we said before, a lot of couples have come up to us and said, like, how do y'all do it? Like, how do you guys
work together? How do you guys
without killing each other?
Yeah.
How are you guys so supportive and all these things? And it just seems as though a lot of couples have this challenge in their marriage, which is supporting one another, doing what both of you love to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's important.
Engaging in each other's ideas, wants, desires, all these things. And to be honest, it can cause a void. It can cause a division.
It can. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, because there's a lot of spouses who maybe working on a project, or maybe working on an idea, or they're doing something, and they're kind of wondering how come their spouse hasn't came in and check in on them. How come they're not asking them? Why are they not involved? Why are they not, why are they not as excited as they are? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about how to minimize that, how to really get your spouse on board. It's truly a blessing when both of you guys can be working together towards something bigger, and then being able to do it in a way where it's you guys are not killing each other. You guys are enjoying each other's company, and you guys are enjoying each other's what both of you guys bring to the table. So Absolutely. We're going to be talking about that. And of course, before we do, we're going to be starting our show with love words. Okay, for those who are joining us live right now, well, if you guys don't know what love words is, it's just basically a time when we decide to kind of uplift our partners up, edify them, show them how much we love them, right? Which we think it's super important. These are the simple things that a lot of people sometimes don't consider, right? And because of that, things happen in the relationship. The craziest thing is that we as human beings, we can take things for granted. We take a lot of things for granted. So, love words allow us to kind of just really say, wow, okay, let me just take a second and let me really think. Let me put an effort into realizing what my partner really brings to the table, right?
Right.
I mean, when's the last time you actually really took some time to really figure out what your partner, what you're grateful for?
Right. That's a huge deal, babe. I'm so glad that you said that. This is literally one of my favorite parts of the show. And if you're watching the recording, be sure that you participate, okay? Mm-hmm. Just because you're not here live doesn't mean that you're not, you're exempt from doing it. No, we want you to do. We want you to participate. And we want you to get involved with your spouse in doing this, okay? If you're single, look in the mirror. Do it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's very good to love yourself, too.
Thank you.
You ready? So let's get to it, baby.
Yeah, let's get to it.
This is a funny start to our show.
I know. We never do this.
Ready?
Yeah.
Bam.
All right. So what you want to do now, guys, you want to kind of call your partner, text them via Skype them, Facebook message them, whatever you can do. Get them, do right now. Take the time to really just, send some love to your partner, man. Send some love to your partner. So go ahead and do that right now.
Ahora mismo.
So, baby, I just want to say that I love you because you put up with my annoyingness sometimes. And I want to say I appreciate you because you really do mean a lot to me. And I want to say I love you.
Baby, I just want to say I love you because you made pancakes, man. I appreciate that. They were so good. They were delicious. I love that.
Really?
Yeah.
You like how I make pancakes?
Yeah, I love how you make pancakes. Cool. It makes my morning when you make pancakes.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I want to say I love you, babe, because of all the hard work you do. I don't think we'd be here had it not been for you. Your gifts, your talent. I love it, man. I really do appreciate you. And you are the bomb.
Baby, I love you because you listened to me this morning, you know. I was feeling a certain way, and you gave me the time to hear me out instead of jumping to a conclusion, pointing a finger or anything like it. It's just like you heard me, and together we created a solution instead of created a problem.
Or division.
Or division.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you doing that. That means
no problem, babe.
Means a lot.
I just want to say that I love you because you treat my family the same way you treat your family.
I love you.
And I want to say thank you.
Baby, I want to say I love you. Last one, right? Because you created this entire marketing plan for the BBY program. And if it wasn't for you doing that, the appointment that I'm about to have today wouldn't exist. And I just want to say thank you so much because you're the brain, you're the mind map to this whole thing. You're navigating the entire thing. And I'm so grateful that I have someone like you that I can count on to help catapult us from level to level. You're amazing. You're
well, I want to say thank you for being the face.
I love you.
Appreciate you.
Man, I love words. Hopefully,
love words, baby.
Hopefully you guys are doing it. Okay,
are you doing love words?
Remember that I was actually having a conversation with a group of friends on Saturday. Was this? Yeah, Saturday. And I was talking to them, and I was like, it's so amazing when you can sit down for a good 10 to 15 minutes with your spouse, with your partner.
Yeah.
And you look at them and you just tell them, why do you love them?
Why do you love them?
Because if you think about it, right, we go with emotion and we're just constantly throwing I love you around. Just, oh, I love you, bye. Do you love me? Yeah, I love you. My goodness, you're so annoying. Like, I texted you that earlier this morning. I text you good night, I love you. You know what I mean? Like all of this stuff. And really, when you think about it, you have to, there comes a point in a relationship when you really need to start telling them why. Because then it doesn't become the same, I love you. Like the first time you say it, there's this feeling, right? Like the first time I love you is exchanged.
Yeah.
It's this amazing feeling. But then you start really being with each other, a few months go by, years go by, and suddenly it's starting to feel like the same I love you. There's nothing new about it.
Yeah.
And so this gives you an opportunity to make something new about it. Like when I give my husband reasons of why I love him, I literally start thinking, why do I actually love this man? And I start digging into what he's done so far in my life. And I really start thinking of reasons why I love him. And it reminds me, it creates a stronger love for him.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you, baby, because this is awesome. Like this is such a powerful thing that we're doing. And sometimes we may not even realize how powerful it is.
It's really powerful.
Yeah, man.
I mean, there's been many times when we've been doing the show. Like today would be one of them where, I kind of got on my wife's nerves this morning. I said I was being annoying. I kind of pushed the boundary by being too annoying, by not taking the workout serious.
Yeah, that's all right.
And I think that really bothered her because I feel like, because I think that it was kind of like your idea, and because I kind of was not taking the workout serious.
Yeah, it's like I wonder how you would feel if I did that up to your workouts. Like it's like so silly.
Yeah. And I crossed the line, but I redeemed myself with making some really good pancakes.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, so let's get to the quote of the day. Remember that we're talking about that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. Yeah. I think that if we can get used to just saying that, say it right now. That's a great idea. That's a great idea, babe.
That's a great idea.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about that. I have a quote, but it's not so much of a quote because I was like, you know what? Quotes are cheesy for this topic. Support, be the backbone,
Yeah.
I decided to get statistics.
Wow.
Because I want this to really hit home. I want it to really hit home. I want you to leave today's episode and you go, I need to change.
Wow.
And you say, I'm gonna apply this. I take my marriage seriously. I take my relationship seriously. So here it is, ready? There's a study that was done by UCLA, a survey, and it says that the average 1-year-old hears no more than 400 times a day.
Damn.
A day. Not a week, dude, not a month, not in the year.
That's not even in a Spanish household, because if like in a Spanish household, they probably hear it even more.
But more than 400 times in a
400
single day.
That's crazy.
The average 1-year-old.
That's crazy.
And I brought this statistic because I think that as a young age, we are told no so naturally.
Yeah.
That as we get older,
yeah,
we instinctively respond with the word no.
Yeah.
It's just natural. Like we just say no.
Yeah, and we kind of stopped taking the initiative to really, to really have our voice heard, because we've been kind of programmed that everything we say is always not very good, right? It's a no, right? And no kind of stops you in your tracks. It kind of tells you that what you're doing is not acceptable, that you should stop doing it. It's not going to work. And I think that, as we get older too, when we become adults and in a relationship, I'm sure that each spouse has great ideas, but they may have experienced a lot of no's, and the truth is that being in a relationship, you guys are in a relationship as a blessing, and you guys should be building each other up, helping each other out, and just doing really, really amazing things that make them feel more confident, increase their self-esteem, so then they can go forth and be okay with sharing and opening up to you and sharing an idea that they may have on their heart.
Yeah, and I caught myself doing this weekend. And sometimes the word no is just to bridge into something positive. However, why use the word no?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So here's what happened. His little brother came over and he said something like, we said something like, so what are you going to do when you're like 20? Like, what do you want to be? What do you see yourself being like? And, are you going to go to college? What do you want to do? He's like, I don't know. I still have like 10 more years. And naturally, instinctively, I said, no, you don't want to say it like that. I said, don't think of, I still have 10 more years as it's a lot of time. That's not a lot of time. It's because you have 10 more years, you need to have an answer now, right? Because we fall into that trap. So what I said was very positive. It was very, very insightful and useful and to his advantage. However, I began it with a negative statement as if what he said was completely wrong. And it wasn't. And I'm like, dang, I can't believe I did that. Like instinctively, I said, no, what you said is wrong.
I remember that.
And I'm like, man, like it starts off with that average 1-year-old who hears over 400 no's in a single day. The average 1-year-old hears over 400 no's in a single day.
Yeah.
It starts with that. And then another study says that statements made by your significant other,
which your significant other happens to be the person who has the most influence in your life,
right, it is linked to you having high self-esteem or low self-esteem.
Wow.
Which means we care so much more of the opinion of our significant other and what they say. It actually governs almost the way we feel about ourselves.
Yeah, man. When you understand that much, when you understand how much power you possess as the significant other and the same power that your significant other possesses over you, it should be something that does not turn into this manipulative thing, but it should be something that gets you guys excited because it's like, wow, I have the opportunity to build my partner. I have the opportunity to make him great. I have the opportunity to build him up to the man or to the woman that I have seen him from the very first day for him that he can become.
That's beautiful, man.
And of course, that's actually one of the things that I experienced when I got into this relationship is that my wife, she always believed in me. She always, she cold-heartedly believed in me. Like she believed with every fiber in her body. She really believed in me, and she transferred that belief in me. There was many times where, right before I was going to do something, I would think and kind of want to say to myself, man, maybe I shouldn't do it. But then I kind of hear her voice. I'm not even lying. I'd hear her voice in my mind saying, I believe in you. You can do it. Push through, And in those moments, those decisions that I made me a better man, made me a better person because she had instilled in my mind that I was something more than what I used to be. And that's super powerful. That's super powerful. And that's, this statement right here should really open your eyes up if you haven't, been as uplifting as you could be, if you haven't been, speaking life as you should be, right? And maybe you have, but and maybe you could take it to the next level. Maybe you do it, but you don't do it consistently, right? There's always a gap. There's always something that we could do, that we can patch up, we can kind of fill in to get better as a couple.
Absolutely, man. You just took that to a whole nother level. We're gonna answer that question during the Q&A. But you guys are watching
The Power Couple Show
live Monday through Friday,
10 a.m. Eastern,
on Meerkat YouTube
and thepowercoupleshow.com.
Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com. You're gonna see an opportunity to get our free PDF, the 7 ways to becoming a
power couple.
Put your email in. You'll immediately be on our VIP list, getting updates about every single thing that the Power Couple is up to, and you'll get that free PDF for doing it.
For sure.
So what are you waiting for? Go to thepowercoupleshow.com right now and do that, all right?
Do that right now.
Guys, you're watching
The Power Couple Show.
We're so glad that you're here. Today's topic is, that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So, baby, I want to bridge it now. After talking about those statistics, after saying what you said, how we have the power to really make greatness within each other, I want to ask you something. A lot of these couples, and even ourselves, we've had this challenge.
Yeah.
Where we constantly put the idea down.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you say if it really isn't a great idea? Like, what do you do in that point?
I think that if it's not a great idea, it's not up to you to determine that. It's up to you to just encourage your partner that it's to really take whatever idea and really just search the deep down. I think every idea is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but dollars or into this big result, it may or may not, but it's not really up to us to do that. It's up to us to really continue to encourage our partner. So when that really, really good idea finally actually comes, it pays off.
Yeah.
So it's to encourage them to pursue that idea and to do it as fast as possible, because if it turns out to be a bad idea, then your partner gets it over and done with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, I mean, I look at it like 2 ways. Number one, it's not up to you to determine if it's a good or bad idea, right? Your job as your spouse, when your partner comes up to you, is to encourage them, to uplift them, and to get them to pursue that idea as fast as possible for 2 reasons. Because number one, if it's a bad idea, then it's over and done with, and it doesn't cost you a lot of time. And the second reason is that if it's actually a good idea, then it's a big, big, big payoff for both of you guys.
Yeah. So here's my take on it, right? And I totally agree with everything that you said. I think that's beautiful and powerful. And I'm going to throw in another scenario in a minute. But here's also another way that you can do it too, right? Another way is, like you said, your job is to immediately encourage. Whether you think it's a bad idea, you need to encourage it, because your spouse needs that most. For the smallest things to the biggest things, they need that the most. The second thing, though, is something that you said was really powerful. You don't think that there isn't a bad idea. You don't think it even exists. And I think that's really powerful, because if you look at the ideas that are being thrown at you by your spouse, you have to sit there and say, where in this statement is the good idea?
Yeah.
Like somewhere in there, maybe it's the intention. Maybe it's the direction. Maybe the action is a bad idea, but the intention is a good idea. Maybe the direction that they want to head in is a great idea, but the action surrounded by it is probably bad. So your goal is to figure out where is the good idea.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? You say, oh, baby, that's a great idea. That's always the first thing that should be said. That's a great idea. Why do you want to do that? Because if I don't understand why, then I might not be able to understand the intention or the direction. And you want to understand both, right? Hey, there's been many times Paolo has thrown an idea at me, and I thought they were horrible. Like, they were just, no. But the intention, the direction were powerful ideas. I just had to figure out why. So, hey, baby, that's a great idea. Why do you want to do that? And obviously, they're going to tell you why. And then if you're not getting the right answer, just keep digging with why. And repeat back. So you're saying that you think that by doing this action, you're going to get X, Y, and Z result. What results are you planning on getting with that action? Find out all of these things. And what you'll see is that it'll stimulate in you probably creating a better idea without saying that idea sucks, my idea is better. You'll just go, oh, that you're saying you want to create this result?
Yeah.
So why don't you just do it like this?
That's happened many times, actually, where, you know, I've had an idea, and the idea was not bad. It just needed a little bit of tweaking. But, you know, just by what she just shared, you know, I ended up taking some of her advice. I didn't feel offended. I felt great about myself. And I still felt like I kept my idea just with her input, her insight. And it turned out to be really, really good.
Yeah, just think about like a football game.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm captain.
Yeah.
All right? And, you know, my teammate comes up to me and they're like, yo, captain, I was thinking we should do this play. And, you know, have this person throw the ball here, but instead of it going there, I'll be over here, and then I'll run this way, bam, touchdown, right? Just maybe pretend he throws a play out there. If the captain goes, that's a horrible idea, right? He's not leaving room for growth for the team. Number two, if he said, that's a great idea, you're saying you want to do this play to create what? Well, I want to trick the other team so we can get this touchdown. Oh, so you want to trick them? Yeah, I want to trick them. Well, why don't you just do it like this? Oh, let's do it. Let's trick them. Like you're agreeing to the fact that he wants to trick them.
Yeah.
But you're creating a better way without saying a better way. And suddenly it's like you're on the same page. And I think that's so much powerful.
Yeah.
That's so powerful because it's uplifting your spouse. You're agreeing to their choices. You're agreeing to their ideas. And you're headed in the same direction. Because to be honest, I would have never created that plan as captain if it wasn't for my teammate saying that he wanted to trick them in the first place.
No, my wife is absolutely right. And, you know, for those who are saying, well, you know, if I say that, you know, I've said that before, and my spouse has given me a lot of resistance, right? The way you kind of get rid of resistance, you know, it doesn't start, you know, it starts in doing the love words. It starts in encouraging them. It starts in doing stuff for them throughout the day that really helps them understand that you really are there for them. You care for them.
Right. You're for them, not against them.
You're for them, not against them, right? So if you're experiencing resistance in your relationship, you really got to look back and say, okay, you know what? Maybe it's not a good idea to share my ideas just yet with them. Maybe what I need to focus on really is really just uplifting and encouraging everything until they begin to start opening up more to me, until they decide to be more vulnerable with me, and I can share my insight with them. Because sometimes there is resistance, right? Because of maybe your past. Maybe in the past, you know, you said something to your partner that really hurt them that they still remember. Or maybe you didn't start the relationship the right way. Or maybe, you know, you guys have gotten into a streak of fighting that, you know, you sharing your idea as good, you know, even though it may be coming from a good intention, your partner just may have this defense and this wall because they just don't want to get hurt. So, you know, one of the things that I definitely recommend is that if that's where you are now, you know, don't even share your idea just as of yet. You know, just focus on really encouraging them, building them up, and then slowly but surely start sharing your ideas. You know, your input. You know, look for them to seek for it too, because you know we've gotten to the point where I'm so comfortable with my wife that I seek for her advice. I seek for her wisdom. I seek for her opinion, and she does the same thing for me, right? Because we both have gotten comfortable with each other.
I know that by me asking for your opinion, you hold my feelings.
Yeah.
You don't take them and discard them like you treat them as they're your own feelings. You're sacred with them.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm gonna get filled by your opinion, not taken down by it.
Yeah, you know, actually that's what happened this morning, like with the whole working out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we're both on different workout regimens.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was laughing and stuff, I just thought it was cute. You know, I was like, oh, it's so cute, you know. But I really did take into consideration, because honestly I didn't want to do the cardio at all. And I was like, man, but you know what? There's ways I can work around this, you know, because at the end of the day, it's better to be united than to be right, you know, and I kind of took that into consideration, and that's the reason why I did that. And I wanted to hear you out. I really did not want to do it at all. And I was like, I'm just going to stick to my thing. And then I started to realize how selfish it was of me and how you've done. I mean, here's the thing, right? Check this out for a second. The reason why I decided to compromise, right? And compromise in a relationship is good, because the truth is that it's better to be united than it is to be right. And living in a household, having two different minds, having some hobbies that you may and your partner may not like, sometimes creates like arguments and disagreements, right? But check how powerful this is, right? I decided to compromise. And the first thing that I did is I actually remembered the track record that she has with me. It was because I went back and I looked at the track record that she has with me and how many times she's compromised for me, how many times she's accommodated something in order for me to feel good, in order for me to feel happy. It's because I decided to look back at her track record that this morning I decided to compromise myself and say, you know what, you're right, let's do it your way. You know, and I think that it's so important because for those who want your spouse to just hop on board, for those who want more encouragement, more support, you really have to focus on establishing a good track record with your partner, right? You know, maybe some of you guys have a track record where, you know, everything that, you know, it may not be the best. It may not be the best, right? And your job is to focus on building that track record where, you know, it gets to the point where you look back at it, and instead of looking back at it and getting angry because of all the things that they've promised you they were going to do, of all the things that they have disappointed you in, you start looking back at it and it brings a smile to your face. You start looking back at it and you become more excited. You're filled with joy. Your heart it feels warm because of the fact that your partner has literally been sacrificing, right? Being in a relationship, there's a lot of things that you have to understand, right? I think it's one of the most beautiful things because it teaches you how to be more selfless, right? It teaches you how to be more selfless. It teaches you how not to just be all about you, but also keep in mind that your partner, you know, is you. You know, it's like, it's interesting.
That's good, because we did say this when we first dated, was that if we just put each other's wants, needs, and desires before ourselves, how could it not work? You know what I mean? So if I constantly thought about what he wanted, he constantly thought about what I wanted, we're thinking for one another. Therefore, we're always going to get what we want by giving what they want.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
It is powerful.
Like, you're always going to get what you want by giving what your spouse wants.
Yeah.
Guys, shout out real quick to Living Chick, who restreamed this, and she said, love your show, with multiple hearts and emojis. We appreciate you, Lydia. Go follow her. You're going to get a 2 claps, baby. You rock. You're awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Guys, you're watching
The Power Couple Show
live Monday through Friday,
10 a.m. Eastern.
on Meerkat YouTube and
thepowercoupleshow.com.
So glad that you're here. Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com right now. You're going to find an opportunity to put your email in, join our VIP list, and get in exchange the free PDF to becoming a power couple. 7 ways to becoming a power couple. Thank you for the heart.
For sure, guys. And if you guys are not following us, make sure you hit the follow button on Meerkat on YouTube. Subscribe, okay? And make sure that you follow us on Facebook as well, okay?
Yeah.
So, guys, you guys are awesome. You guys are great, okay? You know, we want to say that we appreciate you. We love you. And we really, really are so grateful that we have a platform where we can share with you guys some of the things that are working in our relationship, some of the things that we're having trouble with, some of the things that we're having a challenge with, you know, some of the things that we've overcame. I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think that, you know, our job, especially in today's world, is to really be the light to this world and show other people, show other couples that marriage is amazing, that marriage is powerful, that it exists, that love exists, that, you know, we don't have to bow down to the culture that is now becoming the normal, right? Which is getting divorced, having an option, having an exit. You know, we were in church last Sunday, and our pastor said something powerful that, you know, isn't it so funny that whenever you go to movie theaters, when you go to movie theaters, and right before the movie's about to start, all of the lights go black except the exit signs, right? And you always see the exit signs because by law, there has to be exit signs, right? And he says that it's funny because it's in our human nature. It's in our human tendencies that we always have to look for an exit out, always options to exit something out, right? And the truth is that, you know, even though this is hardwired inside of us, right? Marriage is the most beautiful thing. And to be truthfully honest, it's okay to shut those exit lights off, right? And have no options, have no way out of it. Work it out, right? I mean, you know.
There's always a solution.
There's always a solution, right? I mean, we live in a society where people just give up because it's too hard, because they're not feeling in love anymore, right?
And to be honest, it is easier to opt out But who wants easy?
Who wants easy, man? I don't know about you. Who wants easy? Now I don't know about you. You know, people who are just given things, which is hardly ever. I mean, I don't know what world you're living in, right? But I mean, when things are just easy, man. I mean, it doesn't bring any joy out of it.
It doesn't even bring any
value.
value.
It's not rewarding. You know, how can you? You know, it's not even rewarding. You can't even build confidence of something that's easy, right?
There's some difference between easy and simple.
Yeah.
It can be simple. We just complicate it.
Absolutely.
The simple thing is to create solutions rather than make problems.
Exactly.
Like no one wants to do that. Like,
absolutely, guys.
Create a solution. There's always a solution, guys. And we just appreciate that you watch the show because our goal is
we appreciate that.
Shed some light on the solutions
yes,
you guys can create, because sometimes it is harder to create the solutions when you're involved in the problem.
Yeah.
Right? But guys, man, we appreciate you so much. It's time for the Q&A. You've got questions.
We've got answers.
Put it in the comments below right now. If you have any questions, maybe it may be about us, how we run things. Maybe it's something that you're going through that you would like to hear our opinion on. Whatever it is, just put it in the comments below. We'd love to hear it. Someone did ask us questions. What do you guys do for employment? Well, we're entrepreneurs.
That's it.
We just create income. That's it.
Man, we solve problems at a profit.
That's it.
Right, but to be more specific, we're actually we're IMEs, which is basically internet marketing experts.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is we basically our expertise is obviously in internet marketing. So we take ideas, which we've created a company now, a fitness company,
mm-hmm.
where we're basically that's one of our streams of income. And also we have a couple of other things that we're working with, right?
I'm also an actress.
She's an actress, right? And we're also, on the side, since we do some online coaching for other companies,
right.
Which is what actually we're about to be we're going to be closing a deal with a company in New York for our consulting for marketing. So so that's what we do. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
We live in a society today where look, one thing that I can tell you is that having your own business or being an entrepreneur gives you the ability to spend more time with your spouse. We do everything together. It's a blessing. Some people don't have it that way. Some people don't get to see their spouse as often as they should, right? But it's a blessing when you can build something together, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what we did in the very beginning of our relationship. We said, this is what we want. Let's work together to accomplish that. And ever since that, we haven't looked back.
Absolutely,
we haven't looked back. We love you guys. We appreciate you. If you guys don't have any questions, it's totally cool because, can't wait to see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, what are we going to be talking about tomorrow? Where's my iPad?
Right over there. Yeah, man, this was a great topic. If you got some value out of this topic, it's a great idea, right? It's a great idea. Always start the conversation that way with your spouse. Hopefully you got some value out of this. Just remember, always start with encouragement. Your job is to encourage your spouse, is to create greatness out of your spouse. And the second thing is just find out, okay? Well, here's the second thing, actually. Push them to take action on the idea right away so that they can either figure out that it's a bad idea or get the benefit of it being a good idea. And the third thing is this. If you're not sure if the action itself is a great idea, find out if the intention is or the direction is, and then build from there. That is how you want to take action on when your spouse throws in ideas that maybe you don't even agree with, but you want to be able to support them and love on them. Okay, so tomorrow's episode is going to be how to get your spouse in bed with you.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about how to get your spouse in bed with you. I think this is a big issue. I remember growing up, I'd see my parents kind of fight over this, right? I know it's weird, but I think that we obviously being married has its perks, and one of them is obviously being able to make love to your partner, having sex with your partner. But believe it or not, I'm going to be coming up with some statistics tomorrow that as you get married, the sex life decreases and eventually goes down. Sex and making love is an important part of your relationship, right? It's kind of how it's just important, it's just on a whole nother level of intimacy.
Right.
But what's really cool is what leads up to that, right? And if you're not having sex, it means that you're leaving out some of these important components, right?
Yeah.
That we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Sex is just the outcome of what you've been doing, right? So it's not like sex itself is really what the relationship needs. It's all of these other components, like, uplifting, you know, rubbing each other's back, you know, like acts of services, all these things that lead up to sex, which is really the final outcome. That if you're not having sex, it's also you're not doing all of these other things.
That's good.
And it's really all of these other things that are going to kill your marriage, not really sex.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call this show, that episode tomorrow, "Sleep with Me." Okay, that's what we're gonna call it. Just sleep with me, right?
You're in charge of coming up with the names.
You know, I mean, I like the topic. It's so long. How's it getting your smells? It's like boring.
Yeah.
Just sleep with me.
Yeah, I don't know. When I go on YouTube, I look it up.
No, but that's good though, because that stimulates a natural title for me.
Yeah, I'm
You know
saying,
what I'm
but when I go on YouTube, if I was to search a topic, because I mean, I'd be like, how to,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, sleep with me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
All right, guys. And now everybody wants to show up. Guys, my name is Policy Q.
I'm Cassandra Lee, and together we are the Power Couple. Thank you for watching the show. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, if you guys didn't catch the replay, you got to watch the whole thing. Just go to thepowercoupleshow.com, okay? And when you go to thepowercoupleshow.com, this is going to be up there. You can watch the entire thing, the entire replay.
Seriously, get the value. I'm telling you, what we talked about today was powerful.
Powerful, man. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to everything. Follow us on everything. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to get your spouse in bed with you. The title will be
Sleep with Me.
Sleep with Me.
Guys, love you so much. You're the bomb.
Like tick, tick, boom.
Peace.
Peace.
Love you guys.
Make sure you follow
See
us.
you mañana. You heard?